Alright, so in this video, I just want to talk briefly about emulation and if it's worth it for you and your situation. Do you think that it's wrong? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? This is Supreme King back at it again with another video, and I just wanted to talk about emulation real quick. I saw this one clip, or not really a clip, but it was a picture. Someone was advertising. It was a mom and pop store that I know that I get some of my older games from, but they put up a picture on their social media of the Pokemon Yellow from the original Pokemon series on the Game Boy Color. It was complete in box, but they was asking for like $300 for this bad boy. And I was looking at it like, yo, $300 for Pokemon? Now, don't get me wrong, like there are plenty of Pokemon heads out there that pay that much for just the card or a collection of cards, that type of thing. But I don't got $300 for Pokemon Yellow, I'm sorry, right? But somebody out there probably does, and that's fine, that's cool. It's just, when I looked at it initially, the first thing I thought of was I could play that through emulation. That was a game where I think emulation runs very well with. That's not something that probably Nintendo wants to hear, or anybody who's like a super collector wants to hear, but when you see that type of price for something like that, it's just like, I don't want to spend that much, you know? Now, I personally want to get the Analog Pocket one day. I do want to collect certain games that came out from the past. Every so often I'll see one that's not too expensive that I would want to play. But there's a caveat to that. So for me, I think emulation is not really a bad thing, especially when you have situations where the resale market is shooting up so high in the sky for a certain game when it's perfectly emulated. Pokemon, for example, is a series where those older Pokemon games, I mean, you could play them on your phone. I used to play one on an iPod like a long time ago, right? It's when I see it for $300, I'm just looking like, I'm not about to spend $300 for that. Now, yeah, okay, it was complete in box. I don't know if it was sealed. It didn't look like it was sealed. It just looked like it was complete in box. I'm in the $15 to $20 range for something like that. It's like, okay, it's an older game. Everybody done ran through it, 1,000 times so far. I just kind of want to pick it up, like that's what I would spend. $15 to $20, $10, $5. That's where I'm at with games like that. I don't go that hard for hidden gems, The first thing I'm going to do is look to see if it works on emulation. If it works in emulation, that's usually how I play it. Anything that's not working through emulation or, through emulation is having a hard time either on my hardware or in general, then that's when I'm like, okay, I need to go back and find a certain game if I really, really want to play it. A lot of times it's not really worth it that much, When you start seeing games and they're jumping that high in price, over $100, $200, $300, that's kind of my limit. It's just like, I couldn't see myself playing for that. And it's used usually. Emulation overall is not wrong when the companies don't provide you with a way to get the games directly from them. Now, when there's no other way to get it but off the resale market, well, now you're not supporting the developers, right? You're supporting the reseller. No matter who the reseller is, whether it's GameStop or Joe Schmo at a garage sale or somebody on eBay, you're not giving any money to the person who came up with the idea initially. If they give you a way to do it and they're still emulated, like a way to emulate, you probably should steer with the direction of paying for it the correct way or official way. But I'll be honest, for me, if I see an older game out there and I have a way of just playing it directly on the computer, I'm probably going to go with that first. And if it doesn't emulate correctly, that's when I go to the resale market. That's how I look at it. So it's like I cover my tracks. Like I want to go get all the older systems. I got a few of them now, but the ones that I don't got, I'll get everything eventually. And then anything I can't play through PC where it's like a playable state, that's when I get that particular game and then play it on the older hardware. I don't have no problem with it. And to me, I feel like that's how you cover up your whole tracks. You don't miss anywhere. But I know there's a thing for the people who do like hunts, like gaming hunt videos, or recent pickup videos is a thing on YouTube. It's like I like watching those videos, but I ain't got time to hunt. I don't got time to hunt for something that's like old at garage sales. You'll find a lot of good stuff, but I don't really have time for it. Like if I see something somewhere, if I just so happen to be somewhere and they're not asking that much, then yeah, I'll pick it up even if I don't have the system yet, because I know I'll get it eventually. But when you're talking about $200-300 for a game, I don't got the money for you. I'm sorry. I'm going to go with emulation. It's just that's what it is. But let me know what you think about it. Do you think you would choose emulation over just picking up the old cartridge, or do you want to get the old cartridge no matter what and you don't go with emulation? Let me know. Other than that, that's all I got for you. Rocket Launcher Podcast every Sunday. Come check us out, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.